So you spend your life helping others navigate their turning points or their green pill moments. But I'd like to start with yours. What was your green pill moment, the action or event that was the turning point for you or your career?
I was actually a yoga teacher before I was a clinical psychologist. And it was through that work helping stressed out New Yorkers with customized yoga routines that wanted to know more about how their mind was really working with these meditations. That's what inspired me to become a clinical psychologist and, was doing a lot in clinical psychology, as you mentioned, about the healthy function of anxiety, which is to stimulate preparation behaviors. And that was great work. And I was really enjoying that. But then actually during COVID, I started to get really concerned as a mother. I had a 3-year-old son at the time who's now 9, but I was really concerned because he was going to be going out of the house for the first time and would have to be wearing a mask the whole time. And everybody around him was going to be in masks. And I was just really concerned about what that could do for his development to just be constantly unable to see the faces of the people around him and vice versa. So I started to speak out about that, even though it was a very controversial issue at the time. But as a clinical psychologist, I felt like it was important to discuss the developmental issues that we could be putting on children by having them in masks all the time. I noticed it felt really good to speak out. It was scary, but yet it was relieving. And I found it was sharpening my cognitive processes, even just as I started to formulate my reasoning and my scientific concerns about this. And I noticed it was also emotionally regulating because I'd been holding my feelings back because I knew it was controversial. So when I made the decision, I started speaking in the media and things like that. And I just noticed I felt like I was a lot more authentic. That was actually what prompted me to write my new book about the mental health benefits of freedom of expression, of freedom of speech, which again was kind of another controversial topic, but I felt like it was important. So I went out on a limb to do that. I would call that the kind of most controversial green pill moment, but also one of the most fulfilling.
Wow, certainly a powerful shift in perspective, realizing that, first of all, the need, noticing that there was a need to protect your 3-year-old son. And then once you started speaking out, feeling the benefits to yourself, the mental health benefits, and feeling more authentic for being able to speak out.